Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Uzma Jafri. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 14th of September. Japan Prime Minister Shinzo Abe launches India's first high-speed bullet train project. UN Secretary General says there can be no military solution to Afghanistan issue. And first ever international adventure race kicks off in Indian Kashmir. And now for all the details. India and Japan on Thursday agreed to further broaden their strategic and defense partnership by strengthening cooperation in the Indo-Pacific region. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who arrived in India on a two-day visit on Wednesday, also launched India's first high-speed bullet train project along with his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi.
Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi agreed to broaden their strategic and defense partnership by strengthening cooperation in the Indo-Pacific region. Both the leaders announced the decision while making a joint statement during their annual bilateral meeting in India's western Gandhinagar city. Meanwhile, Abe also called for strict enforcement of a UN resolution against North Korea over its latest nuclear test, saying the world must force a change in Pyongyang's policies. New Delhi stood with Tokyo in its resolve for a firm response to Pyongyang.
日印は自由で開かれたインド太平洋戦略とアクトイースト政策をさらに融合させます。今般、モディ首相との間で日印が協力し、地域の連携姿勢を高める協力プロジェクトをアジア、中東やアフリカで広く進めていくことで一致しました。
Earlier in the day, both the leaders launched India's first bullet train project on Thursday in Ahmedabad city of western Gujarat province. They laid the foundation stone for the 311-mile-long high-speed rail link between the financial hub Mumbai city and the industrial city of Ahmedabad. Abe said his country would share its railway safety knowledge with India to help improve all its railway services.
Meanwhile, India has submitted its written pleadings at the International Court of Justice in the Kulbhushan Jadhav case, the Indian Foreign Ministry said on Wednesday. The ministry accused Pakistan of violating the Vienna Convention by failing to provide Jadhav with consular access. The World Court in May had ordered Pakistan not to execute Jadhav, who is on death row. Pakistan has to now submit its counter-memorial by December 13. In April, a Pakistani military court had sentenced Indian national Kulbhushan Jadhav to death, alleging he was involved in espionage and anti-national activities. Pakistan claims it arrested Jadhav in March last year from its restive Balochistan province. India, however, maintains that Jadhav was kidnapped from Iran, where he had business interests after retiring from the Indian Navy. In news from Pakistan, Pakistan's defense minister on Wednesday said that the country is reassessing ties with the US. The minister added the two countries need to hold a dialogue to solve the issues concerning them.
Pakistan Defence Minister Khurram Dasgir Khan on Wednesday said the Pakistani government is reassessing ties with the US. He said that Pakistan has simultaneously undertaken a regional outreach ahead of talks with the US on future bilateral engagement. The Defence Minister's remarks come a day after Pakistan's Prime Minister Shahid Abbasi said there was a need to do cooperative effort with the United States on the Afghanistan issue. Abbasi said Pakistan was willing to set up joint patrols with Afghanistan to combat militants along their porous border. US President Donald Trump last month accused Pakistan for not doing enough to tackle militancy. He singled out Pakistan for providing safe havens to militants. US officials have warned that aid to Pakistan might be cut in order to pressure it to do more to help.
Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Wednesday called for a political solution to the lingering crisis in Afghanistan. He further added that there can be no military solution to the problem.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Wednesday said that there can be no military solution to the problem in Afghanistan and it should work for creating political solution in the country. He made the remarks while interacting with reporters at the UN headquarters in New York. He said to resolve the lingering crisis in Afghanistan, political solution is the long-term road that the country needs to move on.
I don't think there is a military solution to the crisis in Afghanistan, as I don't think there is a military solution for practically any crisis in the world. I believe it is important in Afghanistan to invest in the conditions to create a political solution. I believe that is possible.
He further added he believes that investing in creating such a condition means the engagement in dialogue with the relevant parties. The UN chief's remarks came a month after US President Donald Trump promised a stepped-up military campaign against Taliban insurgents who have gained ground against Afghan government forces. Trump has also committed additional troops to Afghanistan as part of an open-ended campaign against the Taliban insurgents.
More on news from Afghanistan. A suicide bomber blew himself at a checkpost near a cricket stadium in Afghan capital Kabul on Wednesday, killing at least 3 persons.
At least 3 persons were killed when a suicide bomber detonated his explosives at a checkpost leading to a cricket stadium in Afghan capital Kabul on Wednesday. The blast took place outside Kabul International Cricket Stadium as a match was underway. Afghan Interior Ministry officials confirmed 2 civilians and a policeman were killed in the attack.
در این ساحه دست به حمله انتحاری میزنه. گزارش که ما داریم تا اکنون 3 نفر شهید است، شامل 1 پلیس و 2 ملکی و 5 نفر مجروح که در بینشان 2 پلیس شامل است.
The injured were immediately admitted to a hospital in Kabul city. Just after the incident, a statement in Bosnian on Islamic State's Amaq news agency said a suicide attack had been carried out on members of the Afghan security forces in Kabul, although it was not immediately clear whether the statement referred to the same incident.
Moving on to news from Nepal. Chief Election Commissioner of Nepal on Wednesday expressed objection over the recent cabinet expansion of Prime Minister Deoba. He said the expansion was a violation of the Election Code of Conduct. However, no action can be initiated.
Nepal's Chief Election Commissioner Ayodhi Prasad Yadav on Wednesday said that the recent expansion of Prime Minister Deoba's cabinet is in violation of the Election Code of Conduct. Speaking at a program in Kathmandu, Yadav said that there is no way the Election Commission can initiate action against the Prime Minister. He added, however, the EC's attention has been drawn to the recent cabinet expansion. Nepal Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deoba on Monday inducted 3 ministers and 1 state minister from the Rashtriya Prajatantra Party, Prajatantrik, making his council of ministers the largest ever in the country's history with 54 members. Deoba, however, said it was his obligation to expand the cabinet. He had formed similar jumbo cabinet consisting of 48 members some 22 years ago.
Muslim women in India's western Vadodara city have come up with a special type of yoga combined with the recitation of verses from the Islamic holy book Quran.
Muslim women in India's western Vadodara city have come up with a special type of yoga combined with Quranic verses. The group from Tadbir Foundation, who has started the yoga classes for Muslim women and for chanting, has combined the practice with Quranic verses and names of Allah or God. The move by the non-government organization aims to counter the critics of the ancient practice in Islam and wants to encourage more people to take up the practice.
ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने योगासना के जो बेसिक एस्पेक्ट्स है वो हमने चेंज कर दिए हैं, बट स्पाइस हमने ये ऐड किया है कि जो भी चैंटिंग पर्पस है उसमें हमने कुरान की आयत है किसी में, या तो फिर ग्लोरियस नेम्स ऑफ अल्लाह है, जो 99 ग्लोरियस नेम्स ऑफ अल्लाह है वो हमने यहाँ पे ऐड किया हुआ है.
Yoga is one of India's most successful cultural exports, which have been promoted worldwide. It is a group of physical, mental and spiritual practices or disciplines. Scores of Muslim women came to attend the classes every day in order to practice yoga and meditate. The class focuses on the common health issues faced by women.
In a first-of-its-kind event in Indian Kashmir, 13 international teams are participating in a 10-day international adventure race. The event, which was kicked off on Wednesday, aims to promote tourism in the province.
An international adventure sports event was kick-started in Srinagar city of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Wednesday. The 10-day event, Expedition India 2017, has attracted dozens of participants from different countries, including America, South Africa, England, Switzerland and Germany. It has been organized by Johannesburg-based adventure company Kinetic Events in collaboration with the Kashmir Tourism Department and Jammu and Kashmir Bank. Organizers said the event aims to promote the province as destination for tourism cum adventure sports.
The aim of this event is to dilute the negativity about the destination. Plus, the biggest advantage which this event offers is that those teams have come from the countries where there are advisories. So these teams have come despite advisories.
The event includes segments such as running, cycling and rafting, among others, spread over 7 days.
We're very fortunate that we can bring teams and people from all over the world to come and explore this beauty with us. It's absolutely been amazing.
The concept of the expedition racing is that participants should get to know practically about the natural beauty, including adventure tourism of Kashmir.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. Japan Prime Minister Shinzo Abe launches India's first high-speed bullet train project. UN Secretary General says there can be no military solution to Afghanistan issue. And first ever international adventure race kicks off in Indian Kashmir. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.